thing. It has nothing to do with that. Try to get that out of your mind. It has nothing to do with how big you are, how tall you are, or how many muscles you have. It has nothing. Aikido isn't based on that. It's how strong your mind is.
Essentially, the idea is not to have to use the form. Is to sense what's going on and to realize or figure out a way to create a situation where it doesn't get physical.
You kind of become inner strength. You get an inner kind of feeling of calmness, and just the fact that you become aware of everything that's around you.
That's one of the things that people train in the martial arts for, is to raise their level of awareness of the moment. And definitely, he caused that to happen. He caused you to be on your toes. One time, he was showing me something, and I looked at him, and he was getting frustrated with my inability to do it. And I looked at him, and I said, "I'm trying." And he looked at me, and he said, "Trying?" He said, "Stop trying. Just do it. Trying is cerebral. Trying is crap."
Students that have come up under him understand. You don't judge. You just do. You just worry about doing your job.
Through the physical aspect of hard training, your mind gets set in a certain way.
At that point of physical exhaustion, something happens to you mentally, something happens to you spiritually. And I want to say growth happens, I want to say understanding, but it's more than that. It almost builds you from the inside. It makes you stronger. It makes you look at yourself from the inside. It makes you see yourself, your weaknesses, your point of pain threshold. At what point do you break mentally? At what point do you say, "That's it, I had enough"? And it pushes you beyond that point.
I felt that kind of training would get you to the point where later on, you're old, you can't do that stuff, but you're a rock inside.
If there's one person that I could say has an amazing will, it's Seagal Senseis. I got a flyer. There was an open house given by Steven Seagal. I couldn't make it, but I sent a couple of my students down to check it out.
I think some of the people that were watching the demonstrations were a little bit astounded because, he would do his, what I call thunder and lightning show at that point.
A couple of my students came back not only just excited, but nervous. And they virtually told me that he had taken some guy and just smashed him all over the mat, and that damn near killed him. And as soon as he said that, it was very interesting because my interest peaked. Somebody doing real Aikido? It was shortly after that, of course, that I invited him to my West Side Dojo in Ventura, and he taught the very first seminar there, public seminar in America. But most all these seminars that we've had in the past, that the one main and common thread that's from all their conversation is that I can't believe how approachable he is. He's so easy to talk with on the mat.
He's very, very, very gentle, very, very soft-spoken.
He can be the most gentle, he can be extremely gentle. And he can also be extremely dangerous. The people that are the most capable of deadly waza are also the most capable of being gentle.
How do you have the loving, harmonious, flowing, caring, gentle side of Aikido, and how does that relate to what we do in the dojo when we beat the hell out of each other, and it's very rigorous and seemingly cruel?
You find out that you can be a nice guy and yet be a lethal weapon.
The spiritual side kind of came out of that.
Life and death is that exact same, that contrast of that you can't have one without the other, and to embrace one, you need to embrace